So I thought that we could talk about issues of, Ugandans in Canada, and how they've been keeping up, during this COVID-19 lockdown. Has Uganda as a country and as the embassy, has it been helping out in any way? Have they organized the Ugandans who are stuck to come back home to ensure that Ugandans keep afloat? And also recently, the courts here in Uganda ruled that Ugandans will be casting their ballots in 2021, which was quite a good news for all Ugandans living in the diaspora. And so I thought that, for us to have a detailed conversation on this issue, I want to invite Her Excellency Ruth Aceng, who is, Uganda's ambassador in Canada. She stays in Ottawa, and that's where the embassy is. But, to sort of talk to us through, how Ugandans have been faring and any efforts that have been put in place to secure them, and also those who are stranded back home in Toronto to come back home, as well as to communicate on how Ugandans will be casting their ballot. Your Excellency Ruth Aceng, welcome to this webinar of your palms. Take the floor.
Thank you so much, Solomon. I greet people in Uganda, and I also greet everybody who is attending this Trade Expo. It is so unfortunate that we are now doing it scientifically, but the most important is the message that we are sending out is reaching out to people. I want to thank my sister who has elaborated a lot on the immigration-related matters. Judge Ivry, thank you so much for the message you've given. It is really important because it has been one of the issues that the Ugandans in Canada and Ugandans in Uganda are raising. What should they do? How should they go about it? Okay. Back to the issue raised by Solomon about how the Ugandans in the diaspora or in Canada have been coping up with the COVID challenges. As a mission and as the government of Uganda, we did not leave out our people without attending to the things that we did during this COVID that really made us to be in touch with our people. First of all, the business came to lockdown in Canada, including even the offices were closed, but we did not close our diaspora people out. So we were constantly in touch with them on online. We left our office email lines on. We created a WhatsApp chat group for the community leaders who would be reporting to us and updating us on day-to-day situation of the Ugandan Canadians who are here during this COVID. We created a forum or a chat group, WhatsApp, which brought together all Ugandan students, both privately sponsored and government sponsored in Canada here, where they were updating us and we were giving them the information that we were getting from our government on day-to-day basis. We also got the information about some Ugandans who unfortunately got infected with the COVID-19. And I thank God almost all of them have recovered. I have started visiting a few of them to ensure that they're really okay and then they're back in shape. About Ugandans who got locked down here in Canada. Some of them came for visits. Some of them were students and they finished their studies and it was time for going back home. The government has arranged through the embassy and we have registered the Ugandans who are stranded here, and they should have left on the 14th of July. But yesterday I received another official communication that they will leave Canada on 17th of July, and they will be received at home on 18th of July. So that's how we've been handling the COVID situation. And I still want to thank everybody who is listening to me for keeping safe. Please continue keeping safe. I want also to extend my thanks to the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, who has been working so hard to ensure that people are safe, facilities are put in place to ensure that Canadians and Ugandans who are here are safe, and also teaching us on how to keep safe and keep people around us safe. I would like also to thank very much my president, His Excellency General Kaguta Museveni, who has fought so hard with this team from Ministry of Health and everybody in Uganda who joined His Excellency in the fight against COVID-19. Up to now, we've not registered any death. And I want to say that I think Canada has got a lot to learn from Uganda as far as managing and treatment of COVID-19 is concerned. And it is all our prayers that we fight this COVID to an end, because it is affecting so many of our programs. It's like you feel like the world is locked down, but we should not be like that. We should do business. It has affected the business between Canada and Uganda because the airports are shut down. But I want to encourage you that my government is not sleeping. They're working so hard to ensure that they come out with the best ways of doing business with Canada that is safe. Yes, Solomon?
Just
yes,
a couple
please.
of questions, Your Excellency, before
yes,
we let
please.
you go. The people here are asking that, you know, they don't have national IDs. They stay in Canada, and if you go to the Q&A, someone is saying that we don't have national IDs and our passports are expiring in January. As you phase out the old versions, the Ottawa Embassy isn't helping us with issues of national identification and passport renewal. Could you just address yourself to that? And also, if you could address yourself to perhaps if you're having conversations on how you're going to help Ugandans in Canada cast their ballots come 2021, especially after the court ruling. Is that conversation happening? Can you just maybe make that quick so that we can go to the next?
Yes, thank you so much, Solomon. When I reported here in September 2017, the most issues that were being raised were the issues of national ID, dual citizenship. Why should we go home and pay for an entry visa, and yet we are going home? So I shared it with my president, and the president instructed Ministry of Immigration that please make sure that you take service to Canada, to my people in Canada, you extend services to my people in Canada. As I speak now, we have an officer by the title Immigration Attaché, and she's also attending this conference right now. So the embassy has been active from the time she arrived. Before she arrived, we would move from province to province with the people. We would invite the immigration team from Kampala. Then we would move from province to province through Ugandan conferences, such as the one we're attending now, and the one we had in Alberta, the one for Kikwafe, and mobilize our Ugandans, and then we register them. But we realized that it was not creating a great impact. So we now have a stationed immigration attaché who is handling all those issues, registering you, and then eventually you'll be issued national ID. And she has already done some of it. We are also renewing the passports that could have expired. We are giving a new passport that is e-passport or East African passport. We are giving we are authenticating driver's license in case you want to change your driver's license from Ugandan to Canadian one. we shall certify if it is a true copy, and then the Canadian government will give you. So we have been doing that. Okay, the fact that we have accepted, or my government has given the Ugandans in Canada who could have relinquished and lost their Ugandan citizenship the opportunity of dual citizenship. It is also the fact that they're Ugandans and they can go and vote. So I want to encourage all the Ugandans here that go and exercise your rights on ballot. And this message is even going to people who last year when we were having this conference, some of them were demonstrating on the street. I don't think demonstrating on the street is the solution. The solution is to go and choose the leader whom you think it is good for you. So I want to mobilize all of you and encourage all of you that now you've been given the opportunity to go and exercise your voting rights. You take advantage of that. 2 days ago, we had Canada Day, and last year, we invited so many Ugandan Canadians, and so many Ugandans even back home came to attend. And but this year, because of COVID, we could not have that number. So I handpicked a few Ugandans, and of course, taking into consideration the measures, the safe measures. So during, and I organized a small dinner at the residence, and I gave the message to the Ugandans who attended that they've been given opportunity to exercise their voting rights. You know, Uganda is a democratic country where people are free to exercise their voting rights. People have freedom of media and any other things. Unfortunately, we are now abusing the freedom of media. So I encourage them during the dinner to go back and vote the leaders whom they think it is capable. Diaspora people are encouraged and they are given first priority to go and invest home. If any of them are listening to me and they're willing to go and invest home, they are welcomed, and they will be given a lot of support to see that they develop home. We've been also making remittances, sending money home without any conditions. So that is the good governance, that is the good leadership that allows us to send money home to support our people back home.
Special thank you to Ambassador Ruth Aceng